was arrested on suspicion of robbery. The man waited for 5 days before asking the guards of his prison to bring him a special cream, which the prison guards did. After, the prisoner spread it all over the top of his body and then slid out the cell using the tiny food slot at the bottom of his cell. Choi Gat-bak actually managed to escape in a grand total of 34 seconds. Unfortunately for him, he was captured 6 days later and put into a cell with an even smaller food slot so he couldn't escape again. Number 4, Pascal Payette's helicopter escapes. Pascal Payette was a French criminal. Now in France and a lot of other European prisons, they have exercise yards on the roof of the building. Payette took advantage of this and had some of his friends pick him up during an exercise session by a hijacked helicopter. These guys literally flew a helicopter over a prison to get this guy out with a rope. What's even crazier is that Pascal came back to the same prison 2 years later and broke out 3 others using a different helicopter. His story doesn't Pascal was arrested again in 2007 and sent to a different prison, the Grasse in southern France. Guess how he escaped this time? Yup, you got it, by helicopter. Number 3, confusing Keith. In 1995, 3 men, Keith Rose, Andrew Roger, and Matthew Williams, worked together in a prison metal shop to make a 25-foot steel ladder to scale the prison fence. Surprisingly, that isn't the craziest part of this story. They also crafted a copy of a prison's guard key from memory after one of them had seen the guard's key a single time. And not only that, they also crafted a fake gun. Well, after the end of their gym time, the 3 prisoners waited for the guards until they were busy, unlocked the back door with their makeshift key, and straight up walked out. They then got the ladder that they made and scaled the fence to freedom. Well, until they were caught 4 days later hiding in the shed. 10 out of 10 for effort, though. Number 2, Alcatraz. The Alcatraz escape is one of the most famous prison escapes in history. Frank Morris and Clarence and John Englund broke out of Alcatraz in 1962, the first and last people to do so. You see, Alcatraz was meant to be impossible to escape from. It had high walls, guards everywhere, and it was on a tiny island in the ocean. These guys made makeshift tools to break into their ventilation shaft, which was behind their cells, then went from the ventilation shaft onto the beach of the island. They built a homemade raft and set sail to San Francisco Bay, where they were never heard of again. Many believe they died in the bay, but their bodies were never found, which makes this one of the crazy prison escapes to date. Number 1, The Great Escape. No list of great prison escapes would be complete without a mention of The Great Escape. In 1955, a ground of captured soldiers dug 3 tunnels that were 30 feet in length under a German prisoner of war camp. They worked for months, with wood blocks supporting the tunnel and pumps to make sure the diggers could breathe while they worked. 76 people managed to escape, but the 77th was spotted. This started a massive hunt in which all 73 of the 76 men were caught. This was one of the most biggest and impressive prison escapes of all time. And that was our list of the top 5